Welcome to the WAAF Set List, your weekly wrap-up of all things rock and more. I'm Mistress Carrie. This week we got the news that 2014 could bring us a new Tool album. Tool drummer Danny Carey said, "We could have the record finished by the end of the year. That's a possibility, but the logistics of getting it manufactured and getting the record company in line and all that stuff, I doubt we'll be able to get it out before Christmas. We'll see how it goes, but most likely it will be in early 2014. Yes! 2014 could also bring us a Spinal Tap reunion. It would mark the 30th anniversary of This Is Spinal Tap, one of the greatest films of all time. And of course, the obvious inspiration for the Black Album from Metallica. How much more black could it get? The answer is none. Speaking of Metallica and rock movies, Metallica appeared at ComicCon to promote their new 3D movie Through the Never, which will be in Imax theaters on September 27th and in all theaters on October 4th. And if you want to watch the trailer, you can check out my music director blog at WAAF.com. Congratulations to Dustin Pedroia for signing an 8-year, $110 million contract, making him the highest paid second baseman in the major leagues. Red Sox general manager Ben Cherington said by the time this contract is over, Dylan Pedroia will be old enough to be scouted. So that's another negotiation to look forward to. Well, I'll tell you what, if Dylan plays anything like his dad, we'll take him too. This week, Mick Jagger turned 70, and he's still working harder than almost anyone you know and getting way better looking chicks. Speaking of chicks, New York City mayoral candidate Anthony Weiner is in the news again after a 23-year-old named Sydney Leathers, yes, that's her name, reported to The Dirty that she was sexting the former congressman as late as last year after he stepped down from Congress, after he admitted his wrongdoing, and after he promised his wife that he would get help. Oh, man. There are between 6 and 10 women that say he was sexting with them and sending graphic photos. And if you think it couldn't get any worse for Weiner, I'm sorry. And if you think it couldn't get any worse than Weiner, or should I call him by his alias, Carlos Danger, Sydney said that he would prematurely ejaculate during phone sex and that she was often left unsatisfied after their sessions. And as you may have guessed, he's falling in the polls. Insert Anthony Weiner penis joke of choice here. Pearl Jam released a new app this week that gets you access to the band's 10 Club radio, their tour dates, their merch shop, the band's charities of choice, and a timeline that examines their career milestones. Of course, Pearl Jam are coming to the DCU Center on October 15th. Lollapalooza 2013 is taking place this week in Chicago. This year's lineup features Mumford & Sons, The Killers, Queens of the Stone Age, Imagine Dragons, and 9 Inch Nails, who are set to release their new CD, Hesitation Marks, on September 3rd, and they'll be at the Garden on October 11th. Tickets for the Pearl Jam and 9 Inch Nails shows and all of the other shows coming to the area are posted on our concert page at WAAF.com. Or you can sign up for our concert text alerts. Just text the word concert to 97107. And that's this week's WAAF Set List, your weekly wrap-up of all things rock and more. I'm Mistress Carrie.